Willem, you require 65.
This starts here from Patrick van den Bogaert. Oh, I like that.
57.
It's a brave approach.
Patrick, you
But I
require
do like
16.
I'm not sure that that route is used enough.
Game shot of the first leg.
Well, it is the
Patrick
first leg to
van den
Patrick,
Boogaard.
but he had to survive a couple of missed shots from Willem in the end. Single 18 for tops. To deny. Oh, hello. I don't agree with that one either. But it still
shot of the third
works.
leg. Patrick van den
Maybe this is
Boogaard.
going to be one of his ploys for the day. Things like 58, he's going to go for the treble 18.
He only took out one tumblers checkout this week, but that was for the match 116.
I'm not really sure what the first dart was about, but the second dart made up for it. And that is
Shot
another
and a
ton
match,
plus
Patrick
checkout.
van den Boogaard.
Now his leg difference has gone to -7 and he's still 8 legs behind Sebastian Białowski and a good 10 legs behind Alexander Merckx. But now, Patrick van den Boogaard with that 4-0 victory has gone to 10 points in the table. Willem Mandegers will stay on 2. At times he did play some good stuff, but ultimately he has lost once again. When we come back, it will be Andy Bolton against Alexander Merckx, and this is a must-win for Andy. I think he becomes one of those players that people think, oh, not him. Not this.
Game
This
shot of the
is a
second
much
leg,
better start,
Andy
isn't it?
Bolton.
16 and 15 darters. And the only person who is getting his fingerprints anywhere close to the silverware here today in this match is Andy. He's got double top.
Game
And
shot
how
of the
good is
third
the
leg,
doubling
Andy Bolton.
in this game so far? 50% for 3-0. We might be on the cusp of our
Fourth leg,
second
Alexander
bagel
to
of the
throw
morning
first.
in this game. And the main difference for me in this performance to anything else this week has been the amount of 140s he's hit. He desperately wants to hit this double 5 to get it done and dusted.
Game
Bravo.
shot and a match.
Perfect
Andy
result
Bolton.
to start his Wednesday morning. That is a 2-1 to Andy Bolton in the head-to-head over the 3 days in Group A as well. An average of 89.73, no 180s, very useful on the doubles, and that 150 checkout earlier in the match. But for me, the 6 140s, that was the most impressive thing about that, because that's what's been lacking over the last couple of days. He's been relying too much on decent ton scoring. So, over to you, Luke Littler. You're about to play Sebastian Białowski, and you've now got someone on your tail for the 3rd time today. Flatty for tops, nothing in the way. Genius.
Game shot on the third leg, Luke Littler. Luke, you require 10.
He looks exasperated,
Game shot.
but he looks
and
like a
match,
victor to me.
Luke Littler.
He wins by 4 legs to 1, and now he creates a bit of a gap in the leg difference over Andy Bolton once again, and that gap is 9 legs, which, to us, is like having 2 extra points. That statistically is his worst performance of the week by almost 4 points, but he's still better than his opponent, who has now gone outside the top 3 in the table once again. It's a bit of a yo-yo in the middle of the table at the minute. We'll talk more about that when we come back. But next, Andy Bolton must win against Willem Mandegers. Join us after the break to find out.
And he requires
Bolton.
25.
An opportunity to put himself a leg away from winning the match.
Double 8. He had a little bit of this in his first game today, where the dart was almost too close.
Game shot on the fourth
But he
leg,
found the open
Andy
portion.
Bolton.
At least the last time it was too close. It was a bit more central. This time it was a little higher. We've worked really hard on Patrick van den Boogaard this week. Andy's working very hard for 2 points.
97.
You'd expect from 70 that he's going to get at least a dart at the double here to get the points wrapped up. And again,
99.
a good leg
And he
advantage.
requires 70.
It's good. but it could have been better. 2-8s again,
Game.
and he's
shot,
done his
and
job.
the match, Andy
That is a
Bolton.
fine 14-dart leg. The best leg of the match because it gets him to 2 points and another little cushion of 3 legs in the leg difference. He now currently sits 6 legs behind Luke Littler at the top of the table. He's played 1 more match and he has the same points as him on 18. What will Littler do against Alexander Merckx? You'll have to wait because that's game 6. First, you've got Białecki against Van den Bogaert.
32.
There's only 1 more job for Sebastian. It hasn't been a classic game,
Game. Shot.
but it is
and
a
the match,
winning game.
Sebastian Białecki.
Białecki goes to 12 points in the table. 3rd position is his for now. That will stay the same if Luke Littler beats Alexander Merckx at the end of round 2, which is just about to come up. That illustrates that it was a bit of a workmanlike game there for Sebastian, but he made full advantage of the fact that he had the darts. So, 4-1 to him, and his leg difference also improves to back to +1 because he had that a little bit earlier before he was losing to Littler himself in game 3 by 4 legs to 1. It will be Littler next. Don't miss it. He might like a shot at double 10 this time to finish it off.
Game. Shot.
Wow.
And the match, Luke Littler.
We were saying that we'd only had 1 ton plus average this week from Luke the Nuke Littler.
So far in his recent games, and could cause a bit of a stir here for Sebastian Białecki, who will definitely want
No
that Group
score.
B position, but
Sebastian
3
requires
opportunities
70.
come and gone. And these are the shots that define players, that define matches, that change things around.
Plan A.
Game. Shot in the 3rd leg,
Works this
Sebastian
time.
Białecki.
It's all about just getting the result. Double 2.
Game.
And he has the
Shot,
result he
and the match,
requires. It was hard
Sebastian
work, as you can
Białecki.
see, from that expression from the poll. But now he's on 14 points. Alexander Merckx and Patrick Van den Bogaert, who will play in the next round of fixtures, well, they're going to have to go great guns in their final few matches because Sebastian Białecki, with 86.93 there and a 4-3 victory, he looks very much assured to make Group B over the next couple of nights because of his current position. We are now going to take a short break, but when we come back, Andy Bolton will play Luke Littler in the biggest game of Group A this week.
Luke requires
We might have some
72.
fun that day. Things might get a bit spooky.
Game. Shot in
And
the 2nd
things are
leg,
getting
Luke Littler.
horror-ridden here for Andy Bolton. It's 2-0 to Littler, and he's averaging
3rd leg,
107
Andy
now.
to throw. Luke requires 54.
Double top.
Game.
That
shot in the
double
3rd leg,
10 is
Luke
on the end of a
Littler.
string. Sauce. Top of the shop. Double 10 again.
Game. Shot.
And there it
and the
is.
match, Luke
Luke
Littler.
Littler, 103.66. 57% on the doubles.
He's been punished every time he's been missing.
They've had the same amount of hits at double and the same amount of attempts. This game might be different because of one shot.
Game.
That shot.
And the match, Patrick Van den Bogaert.
What a topsy-turvy game that was. And the only thing you really need to look at when it comes to the stat sheet, well, apart from the fact that Patrick got 4 180s, which was very admirable, but look at the fact that he hit 4 shots from 17 and Alexander hit 3 from 16. It was that double 16 at the end that separated them and nothing else. When we come back, it will be the start of round number 4, and let's see what Białecki can do in response to that from Patrick.
Not sure, to be honest.
Got some good footballers.
Game. Shot in the 3rd leg,
3-0
Andy Bolton.
to the man from Scotland. This is not going according to plan, but a chance. As Bolton goes for tops and
Game.
wins the
Shot.
match
And the match,
with a
Andy
14-darter.
Bolton.
That did not take long. Less than 10 minutes, and Andy Bolton takes all of his frustrations out on Sebastian Białecki to get that win with his best performance of the entire week. 96.97 and 44% on the doubles. The high checkout of the match was the last 2 darts, 20 and tops, to get that wonderful win. He's got 1 game left. That will be against Patrick van der Bogaard, so he still has some sort of say as to who makes it into Group B with him. When we come back, it will be Alexander Merckx taking on Willem Mandegers, who is still looking for his first win since Monday. I think he's going to cut his ear off. Oh, that's a masterpiece from Alexander.
Alexander Merckx.
Wow, what a shot.
12 to win the match.
24.
Double 6 will do.
And the match,
That was a very
Merckx.
fine performance from Alexander Merckx. 91.74. We haven't seen any of that over the course of yesterday or today. But Willem Mandegers visibly struggling. He did get a leg in that match. And he did have some impressive darts, but he wasn't anywhere near as good as Alexander. 57% on the doubles, and that 145 checkout really was something special. Speaking of special, Luke Littler will now have his first canter towards Saturday night because he's still got games to play, and his first one is against Patrick van der Bogaard. He's going treble 11.
Game on the second leg,
Oh.
Luke Littler.
Cheese, by the way. This is a play on 119.
Game
Oh, that's
on the fifth
different.
leg, Luke Littler.
It's also very, very good.
He believes it the second he hits the first max.
Maybe the first dart. Oh, my.
170.
You know what he's going to do with the next dart.
He's going to want the 10 darter for sure. And that would be a hat-trick of ton plus averages as well in his last couple of games. 101.90, 103.66.
Game.
Wow.
Shot. And the match, Luke Littler.
102.24. And he ends with a 10 darter on the bullseye. He is so special. And we're going to savour him while he's still here. He's not here on Wednesday for very much longer because he's only got 1 more match left. And if he beats Willem Mandegers in that next game, which is game 15 for him, by the way, he will get a new record in leg difference of, well, we'll tell you a little bit later. Patrick van der Bogaard has just been dented in his chances of making Group B. Looks like it's going to be Group C for him. But for us, next it's Merckx and Białecki. It's going to go for double 16 to level things up.
18.
That could be very,
Alexander required
very
80.
valuable for Merckx. Double top.
Game shot on the fourth
Clinical.
leg, Alexander
You can
Merckx.
see what it means to him. He wants that Group B spot more than anything else in the world right now.
Par 24.
Could make Group B. And
Game
has.
shot. And the match,
That means
Alexander
that
Merckx.
Sebastian Białecki will not go into Group B. He will finish in the bottom 3 in the Group A table. That is a bit of a surprise, but you've got to give Alexander a lot of credit. His last 2 performances, he averaged 91.74 with 4 out of 7 on the doubles. He's replicated the doubles in that game, but he's lifted his average to 98.72, his best performance of all of this group. When we come back, it will be the last game in this group for Andy Bolton and Patrick van den Bogaard. He has to survive this from Patrick first. Double top.
Game shot on the
Very
second leg,
good.
Patrick van der
2-0 lead.
Bogaard.
So far today, Bolton has won 3 games. Oh, he's gone full on bushwhacker.
Bit of edginess, perhaps, even though the game and the group's kind of
Game
gone
shot
for
on the
him.
third leg, Andy Bolton.
He had 6 starts, wasn't able to convert, and he's let Andy Bolton back in this game.
He's already won 10 games. Can he win an 11th?
Game shot.
Silly
and
question.
the match, Andy Bolton.
And that wraps that up. It is a wrap in Group A for these two. Patrick van den Bogaard, who had a very solid start in the group, winning his very first 2 games on Monday, has to settle for 12 points and will finish 5th in the group, courtesy of that 4-3 loss to Andy Bolton, who at 92.5 and just a shade over 30% on the doubles, does get an 11th win. He will finish on 22 points and a leg difference of plus 18. But where will Luke Littler finish? Could it be 26 points and a new leg difference record? Find out after the break. I wonder if he's ever seen anything like Luke Littler.
122.
I think we have. And it was many years ago when Michael van Gerwen was coming through.
43.
Yeah, 17
Luke
years
Require,
ago.
82.
When he was starting to burst through, winning the World Masters. Double 10 again for 3-1. He just doesn't miss that double. He's fast becoming one of the best players on that double in the world. He's probably thinking to himself, what was I doing in leg 1?
180.
He's got 5 180s in this game. And he's hit one in every leg. That is some talent. He might even get another one. Oh, he's just spoiled it because he wants to finish on a bullseye. He wants to finish with another 10 darter. He did this against Patrick van den Bogaard. He left 50 after 9. And that might be Willem's parting shot to Group A. Not this time, Luke. But it's double 10. And he hits it once again.
And the match, Luke
When you
Littler.
consider how bad the first leg was in that contest, Littler still averages over 93. Willem Mandegers can now draw a line under this particular group. He did play well in that game overall, as you can see, but Littler, my word, what would he have averaged had he played somewhere near his best in that final, or in the first leg of that final match? 36% doesn't tell you the full story about his doubling in that match because it was better in the final 4 legs of the contest. We've had a wonderful Wednesday here. We've seen Luke Littler equalise the leg difference record here in Group A. It's now plus 36. Record holder Kist and Luke Littler. But to bring us to the end of the show, it is Matthew Edgar and Chris Murphy.
Yeah, thank you, Paul. What a day, what a week, and what a prospect for Luke Littler, who has joined me on stage to talk through what's happened. Look, it was some way to complete your place at finals night, wasn't it? You had a man on a mission today and you played like that.
Yeah, I knew I was top going into today, and I knew I couldn't lose a game, so won them all.
Yeah, he certainly did, and some really good performances as well. But you started to show off a little bit as well, didn't you? That's what you like doing, isn't it?
Yeah, once I've qualified, I like to show off a bit, but I think I keep going off 180 and then wiring it, but I think it's coming Saturday.
Matthew, having watched it in the commentary box, look, Luke's won every single week he's been here. He's made it to finals night again. Is he playing with an air of invincibility that's making the other players kind of get caught like rabbits in headlights?
It certainly looks that way, and when you're playing Luke as well, it almost looks at times like you get bored. It's like you just assume winning. You're coming up for a shot like a double 10, and it's almost like, oh, do I have to throw it a double 10? It's like you're trying to create ways. Does that sort of come through your mind at times?
Well, obviously I like double 10, and obviously I'm confident enough, and I just seem to walk onto it, and sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't, but usually I just walk into the double 10.
Right, let's show you the league table, the final confirmation of Group A, and Luke Littler, once again, top of it. Andy Bolton was the man to beat, really, wasn't he, for you? He'd beaten you Monday and Tuesday. Did you see that as the significant game going into today?
Yeah, obviously I've gone 4 out of 5 on Monday, Tuesday, and obviously he's the only person to beat me, so today I just needed to beat him because I've beat all the rest, and I've done it again.
And Alexander Merckx, and going into Group B, Białecki, van den Bogaard and Mandegers going into Group C. We're actually going to show you the brackets for the rest of the week, the players that are going to be joining them. I'll get both Luke and Matthew to cast their eyes over this. Look, I'll start with you, Luke. Just looking at that field coming in, who do you expect to be joining you on the stage on Saturday night?
Obviously, I know Yella, Jordan, Andy and Merckx, but the way Andy's playing, I'd say Andy tops that group, depending on how the rest play. And then obviously Group C, you've got Harry Ward. He's won a Pro Tour. You got Richie Housey. I played him online, so it'd be good to see him on stage. I'll be watching him because I've not seen him play apart from online. So be interesting.
There we go. He's got a career in punditry in about 50 years' time. We don't need you, Matt. You can go now. No, looking ahead to the rest of the week, look, Luke's obviously laid the marker down. The rest of the players battling out. Who are you thinking is going to be here on Saturday?
Well, first of all, that sounded like from a guy who really doesn't care who gets through. But Jelle Klassen is someone who really stands out for me. He's been having a fantastic time with things recently. He's been winning tournaments on the WDF. He was over in Catalonia with me at the start of September. He lost in the final on the opening day, and then he won the second day. And he's just won the World Cup as well, the WDF World Cup with Holland. So he's going to be coming here absolutely full of confidence and could be a real danger in that group for topping that.
Absolutely. Well, this man has topped this group. You've done it both ways before. You've topped Group A and you've played the full week before. What's your preference? Is it feet up now for a couple of days and ready to rest? Is that what you prefer?
Yeah, I prefer not playing Thursday, Friday, because obviously it does get tiring, and it was tiring, but the 2 days, it's brilliant to get off. It's brilliant to just chill.
And the new FIFA's out, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you two both going to go and play that now for the rest of the day, are you?
I haven't brought my PlayStation, so I'm a bit out of touch. Have you packed anything good?
Messi, Beckham.
Just wins everything, don't he?
There we go. Yeah, I mean, sure, they'll be making computer games out of this guy. I mean, some of the players he's playing against think they are playing against a computer game at times. One last question then. Obviously, this stage has been good to you. You've been very good for this stage. What would it mean for you to win here on Saturday and give yourself that chance to get to Champions Week and defend that title for a second time?
Be amazing to win this week again, but I'm playing with no pressure on my shoulders. It's a win or lose situation, but obviously I'd love to win it and love to go to Champions Week again.
Well done. We'll see you Saturday. Matthew, we will see you tomorrow, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow as well. The action resumes with Group C getting underway from 1 p.m. on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel and live from 3 p.m. on Sporty Stuff TV. We'll see you then.